Hello, everybody, and welcome to this lesson on vocabulary. This lesson focuses on enriching vocabulary related to everyday topics such as food, weather, travel, and more. Participants will learn a variety of words and expressions to improve their ability to engage in conversations and understand everyday situations. So we're going to expand your word bank with words and phrases related to everyday topics. We're going to enhance your ability to engage in conversations and understand everyday situations. Apply your expanded vocabulary in practical scenarios. So these are the real-life applications that we're going to practice as well. Okay, so I want you to consider some situations where a rich vocabulary made a significant difference, such as a job interview, a negotiation, or simply having a meaningful conversation with a friend. Share an example in the chat or forum, or even with your friend or family member, of a situation where your vocabulary played a crucial role in communication. All right, let's start with some common food-related vocabulary. In this module, you'll learn words and expressions related to food, dining out, and culinary preferences. These include ingredients, which are words to describe various food components, cooking methods, vocabulary for different ways of preparing food, dishes, names of popular dishes and cuisines, and eating out, phrases for ordering in restaurants and discussing menu items. Flour. This is a fine powdery substance used as a base for many recipes such as baking and making dough. Bread is generally made with flour. Sugar. A sweet substance, often added to recipes for sweetness and flavor, available in various forms like granulated, brown, and powdered sugar. Eggs. These are versatile ingredients used for binding, leavening, and adding moisture to recipes like cakes, omelets, and cookies. We eat eggs often for breakfast, and this comes from chickens. Butter. A dairy product used for its rich, creamy flavor and as a cooking fat in many dishes. We use butter when we are putting it on bread, in cakes, in breads, all sorts of things. Olive oil, a healthy cooking oil made from pressed olives, commonly used for sautéing, dressing, and marinades. We use olive oil when we are cooking, when we want to cook most dishes. Salt, a fundamental seasoning used to enhance flavor in various dishes and recipes. Pepper, a popular spice used for adding heat and flavor to savory dishes. Garlic. This is a very pungent bulb with a strong flavor used to season and enhance the taste of dishes. Onions, a fundamental ingredient used to provide depth and flavor to various recipes. Tomatoes, a versatile fruit used in cooking to make sauces, salads, and as a base for many dishes. Chicken, a common type of poultry used for its meat in numerous dishes. Beef, a type of meat from cattle used in various forms like steaks, roasts, and ground beef. Fish, a wide category of seafood, including salmon, cod, and tuna, used for its meat in a variety of culinary creations. Rice, a staple grain used in dishes like stir-fries, sushi, and risotto. Potatoes, a versatile vegetable often used for mashing, roasting, frying, and making dishes like mashed potatoes and French fries. Now you may be wondering why I don't have any pictures in here. This is a conversational course. This is not a beginner's course. You should already have an idea of what these things are. I'm just going to explain them to you, and I'm going to explain how we use them in sentences. Grilling. Grilling involves cooking food directly over an open flame or a heat source, typically on a grill or a barbecue. It imparts a smoky flavor and appealing grill marks to the food, making it popular for items like burgers, steaks, and vegetables. Boiling. Boiling is the process of cooking food in a pot of boiling water or liquid. It is often used for cooking pasta, vegetables, and even eggs. The food is fully submerged in the hot liquid, so it's completely under the hot liquid inside of it, resulting in an even and thorough cooking. Baking. Baking is a dry heat cooking method that takes place in an enclosed place like an oven. So when we bake things in the oven, we have a closed space which we give a lot of heat to. It is commonly used for making bread, cakes, and casseroles. Baking relies on even, indirect heat to cook food through. Sautéing. Sautéing involves quickly cooking small pieces of food in a small amount of hot oil or butter in a pan. It is a fast and high heat cooking method used for items like stir fries, vegetables, and thinly sliced meats. Roasting. Roasting is similar to baking, but it is typically used for larger cuts of meat and vegetables. It involves cooking food uncovered in an oven, allowing it to develop a crispy exterior and maintain moisture inside. This method is commonly used for roasting chicken, turkey, and root vegetables. Spaghetti carbonara. Spaghetti carbonara is an Italian pasta dish made with spaghetti, eggs, pecorino romano cheese, guanciale, cured pork jowl, and black pepper. The hot pasta is mixed with a creamy sauce created by combining eggs, cheese, and cooked guanciale, resulting in a flavorful and comforting meal. Chicken Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo is a classic Italian-American dish consisting of fettuccine pasta, chicken, and a creamy Alfredo sauce. The sauce is made with butter, heavy cream, and Parmesan cheese, creating a rich and indulgent pasta dish. Caesar salad. A Caesar salad is a popular salad made with romaine lettuce, croutons, Parmesan cheese, and a dressing made from garlic, anchovies, egg yolks, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, olive oil, and Parmesan cheese. There's quite a lot that goes into this. It's known for its crisp texture and savory flavors. Beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff is a Russian dish made with thinly sliced beef, mushrooms, onions, and a creamy sauce, typically made with sour cream. It's often served over egg noodles or rice, resulting in a hearty and flavorful meal. Sushi. Sushi is a Japanese dish that typically consists of vinegared rice, seafood like raw fish or cooked ingredients, and various accompaniments. It's often served with pickled ginger, soy sauce, and wasabi. Sushi can be presented in various forms, including rolls, nigiri, which is rice topped with fish, and sashimi, which is just slices of raw fish. Now, when eating out, there are certain things that you need to know. First of all, we have a menu, the list of dishes and drinks available in a restaurant. Appetizer, a small dish served before the main course to stimulate the appetite. Entree, the main course or dish in a meal. Specials, dishes that are not part of the regular menu and are offered for a limited time. Waitstaff, the collective term for the servers and waiters or waitresses in a restaurant. Reservation, a booking made in advance to secure a table at a restaurant. So, before you go to a restaurant, you can make a reservation. You can call them and say, listen, I want to book a table for 4 people at 7 p.m. tonight. That is a reservation. Check or bill, the itemized list of food and drinks ordered along with the total cost. When you're done with a meal, you ask for the check or you ask for the bill. Tip or gratuity. This is an additional amount of money given to the server as a token of appreciation for their service. Cuisine, the style or type of food a restaurant specializes in, such as Italian cuisine or Mexican cuisine. Table for 2 or two-top. This is a small table set up to accommodate 2 diners. Now we're going to move over to vocabulary for travel and transportation. In this section, we'll explore vocabulary related to travel and transportation. Whether you're planning a vacation, commuting to work, or discussing your travel experiences, knowing these words and phrases will be valuable. Boarding pass. This is a document issued to passengers allowing them to board a flight. It includes essential information like the flight number, seat assignment, and departure gate. Baggage claim. the area in the airport where passengers collect their checked luggage upon arrival at their destination. Security check, the process of screening passengers and their belongings to ensure safety and prevent prohibited items from being carried onto the plane. Departure gate, the specific area in the airport where passengers wait to board their flight. The departure gate is often indicated on the boarding pass. Terminal, this is the main building of an airport where passengers check in, go through security, access gates, and find various services like shops and restaurants. This is all for an airport. Now let's look at the types of vehicles. Subway, an underground or elevated rail system used for public transportation in urban areas. Bus, a large vehicle designed for carrying passengers, typically operating on fixed routes and schedules. Taxi, a vehicle that can be hired for private transportation, often driven by a professional driver. Bicycle, a human-powered vehicle with two wheels, often used for commuting and recreation. Ferry, this is a boat or a ship used to transport passengers and vehicles across bodies of water, such as rivers or seas. Ferries generally don't go too far. They will cross a single body of water, and that's it. They are not big ships that go from continent to continent, usually. Now let's look at booking and reservations. A reservation is the act of reserving or booking something in advance, such as a hotel room or a table at a restaurant. Availability. This refers to whether something is open or has space for booking, like the availability of hotel rooms or restaurant tables. Confirmation. A notification or document confirming that a reservation has been successfully made. Check-in. The process of registering at a hotel, airport, or other location, typically when you arrive for your reservation. No-show refers to a person who fails to keep a reservation without cancelling or informing the establishment, often resulting in a fee or a penalty. Now let's talk about travel experiences. Explore. To travel and discover new places, cultures, and experiences, often involving an element of adventure and curiosity. Sightseeing. The activity of visiting and touring famous landmarks, historical sites, and points of interest in a destination. Adventure. An exciting and often daring experience that involves exploration, risk, and a sense of thrill, such as hiking in the mountains or scuba diving, or cave exploring. Immerse. To fully engage and become part of the local culture, customs, and way of life when traveling, often by interacting with locals and participating in local activities. Journey. The entire travel experience, including the process of getting from one place to another, with all the experiences and adventures along the way. All right, let's do a practice exercise. Practice using travel and transportation vocabulary by describing a recent trip or discussing your dream travel destination. Do this with a partner or a friend or a family member. When traveling, one of the most crucial aspects is finding accommodation. This section will focus on vocabulary and phrases related to booking a hotel room. So let's look at some common phrases. I'd like to book a double room with a king-size bed for 2 nights. What time is check-in and check-out? Does the hotel offer any amenities, like a fitness center? Can you confirm my reservation for June 10th? What is the cancellation policy if my plans change? Right. Now there are some words to know when you are looking at this. Room types, such as single room, double room, suite, or twin room. Check-in and check-out. The times when you can access your room and when you must leave. Amenities. Features like free Wi-Fi, breakfast included, swimming pool, or gym. Reservation details. Information required, such as arrival date, number of nights, and credit card information. Cancellation policy. The terms and conditions for cancelling a reservation without charges. Now, I want you to pretend you are booking a hotel room by using the vocabulary and the phrases you've just learned. Simulating a conversation with a hotel reservation agent. Do this with a partner, family member, or friend. Planning your itinerary. Planning your travel itinerary is an essential step in making the most of your journey. In this section, we'll explore vocabulary and phrases for planning your travel schedule. Start with destination. This is the place or the places you plan to visit during your trip. Activities, the things you want to do and experience at each destination. Day-by-day plan, a detailed plan of your activities for each day of your trip. Attractions, specific sites or landmarks you want to see. Travel budget, your estimated expenses for the trip, including accommodation, food, and activities. Let's look at some examples. Our destination list includes Paris, Rome, and Barcelona. We've scheduled various activities, like a city tour and a visit to the Louvre. Here's our day-by-day plan with visits to the Eiffel Tower, Colosseum, and Park Güell. We want to explore historical attractions like the Great Wall of China. We need to stick to our travel budget, so we'll eat at local restaurants. I want you to create a travel itinerary using the vocabulary and phrases you've just learned, outlining a sample trip and the activities you'd like to include. And share this with a friend or a family member. Now let's talk about public transportation. Public transportation is a cost-effective and eco-friendly way to get around while traveling. In this section, we'll explore vocabulary and phrases for navigating public transportation. When using public transportation, you'll need to use phrases like ticket types, such as single ride, day pass, or monthly pass. Timetables. These are the schedules showing when vehicles depart and when they arrive. Stations or stops. Locations where passengers can board or disembark from vehicles. These are places where you can get onto the bus or get off of the bus, or get onto the train and get off of the train. Transfers. Changing from one line or route to another to reach your destination. Fare payment. Methods for paying for your journey, like cash, smart card, or a mobile app. Let's look at some examples. I'd like to purchase a day pass for unlimited rides today. Could you show me the timetable for the next train to the city center? I need to get off at the Central Station stop. I'll need to make a transfer at the bus terminal to reach the museum. Is there a mobile app I can use for fare payment? Now I want you to plan a journey using public transportation, incorporating the vocabulary and phrases you've just learned. Consider ticket types, timetables, stations and stops, and fare payment. When dining at a restaurant, you'll need to use certain phrases. Phrases for choosing dishes from the menu, such as I'll have the steak or I'd like the vegetarian option when doing menu selections. Special requests. Requests for customization or dietary preferences like, can I get that without onions? Or is this dish gluten-free? Beverage orders. Ordering drinks, including, I'll have a glass of red wine or a bottle of sparkling water, please. For dessert. Phrases for ordering dessert, like, I'd love a slice of cheesecake or 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, please. And then finally, requesting the bill or check when you're ready to pay for your meal. I'd like the bill, please, or can you send me the check, please? Let's look at some examples. I'll start with the Caesar salad and then have the grilled salmon, please. Can you make the pasta without cheese, as I'm lactose intolerant? I'd like a cappuccino to go with my tiramisu for dessert. We're ready to pay the bill, please. I want you to simulate a restaurant order, taking turns playing the roles of the customer and the server, using the vocabulary and the phrases you've just learned. Do this a few times with a friend or a family member or someone else in the class, and practice being the server and practice being the one ordering. Do this back and forth a few times. The more you practice, the better you're going to get. Shopping is a universal activity. and when traveling, it is an opportunity to explore local markets and stores. In this section, we'll explore vocabulary related to shopping and retail. When shopping, you'll need to use phrases and words like the department store, which is a large retail store that sells a wide variety of products across multiple categories. A boutique. This is a small shop that specializes in unique or high-end items. Discount. A reduced price or special offer, often denoted as a percentage off the original price. So, for example, 20% off or a 30% discount. It's just a reduced price. Checkout. The counter or area where you pay for your items at a store. Price tag. A label or sticker displaying the cost of an item. Fitting room. A private area in a store where customers can try on clothing. Shop assistant. An employee in a store who helps customers and provides information. Let's look at some examples here. Let's visit the department store to buy some clothes. I found a charming boutique that sells handmade jewelry. These shoes are on a 20% discount. I'll meet you at the checkout counter. I'll meet you where we're going to pay. Check the price tag to see how much it costs. I need to use the fitting room to try on these jeans. Can you ask the shop assistant for some assistance? Now I want you to role play a shopping scenario where one person plays the role of the shopper and the other as the shop assistant, using the newly acquired vocabulary. Understanding and discussing the weather is an important part of travel planning and daily life. In this section, we'll explore vocabulary related to weather and the seasons. When talking about the weather and seasons, you'll need to use phrases and words like a forecast, which is a prediction of the weather conditions for a specific time and place. Temperature, the measurement of how hot or cold it is, often given in degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Sunny, used to describe a day with plenty of sunlight with no clouds. Cloudy, when the sky is covered with clouds and lacks direct sunlight, there's not really much sun, the sky is gray, it's just got clouds in it. Rainy, this describes weather with rainfall, whether it's a light drizzle or a heavy rain. Snowy, we use this to describe weather conditions when snow is falling or covering the ground. Seasons, the 4 distinct periods of the year: spring, summer, autumn, also known as fall, and winter. Climate, the long-term weather conditions of a region, such as tropical or arid. I checked the weather forecast and it will be sunny tomorrow. The temperature today is around 25 degrees Celsius. It looks cloudy, so it might rain later. We may experience snowy weather during our winter trip. Which season is your favorite, spring or autumn? The climate in this area is tropical, so we expect warm temperatures. Now I want you to engage in a discussion or a role-play scenario where you talk about the weather and the seasons, using the vocabulary and phrases learned. Maintaining good health is essential, especially when you're on the move. In this section, we'll explore vocabulary related to health and wellness. When discussing health and wellness, you'll need to use phrases and words like healthy lifestyle, the habits and choices that promote well-being, including a balanced diet and regular exercise. Nutrition, the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Exercise, physical activity to improve fitness and overall health. Stress, mental or emotional strain resulting from challenging situations. Sleep, the natural rest for the body and mind, vital for overall health. Hydration, the process of providing an adequate amount of water to the body. We need to drink a lot of water in the day. We call this hydration. Medication, prescribed or over-the-counter drugs or medicine used for health reasons. Doctor, a qualified medical professional who provides health care. So let's look at some example phrases. I I try to maintain a healthy lifestyle with a balanced diet and regular exercise. Proper nutrition is essential for overall health. Regular exercise helps reduce stress and improve mood. A good night's sleep is crucial for mental and physical well-being. Make sure to stay hydrated, especially in hot weather. I take medication as prescribed by my doctor. Engage in discussions or role-play scenarios where you discuss health and wellness topics using the vocabulary and phrases learned. Okay, and now we will conclude. You've completed this language module, expanding your English vocabulary and improving your ability to communicate in various real-life situations, whether you're traveling, shopping, discussing the weather, focusing on health and wellness, or talking about daily routines. You now have a strong foundation for effective communication. Remember, language learning is an ongoing journey. Continuously apply your newfound knowledge and explore more topics to enhance your English proficiency. Thank you for participating in this course, and we wish you the best in your English language endeavors. And we'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you. Goodbye.